which shows you, that Esau is wicked in himself, but, he locks these people up to make money, whatever his whole scheme of things. And a lot of guys that go into jail, they come out bugged out. They come out crazy, man. We all know we have family members, maybe even people that we knew in the world, friends or whatever, maybe even particular brothers that have been through that experience would know. But, just being released like that, man, that could cause a lot of, that could cause a uptick in violence, so to speak, the murder rate, or, just violence in general in the city, which we know those times are definitely coming, pursuing the second Ezra, the 15th chapter. This could play a part in that, man. Depending on, how soon they really want to do this. Because, again, I don't really have this full scoop on it, but I just wanted to put that vibration out there. Since Esau is putting it out on the front page of the newspaper, they're pretty much planning to release, inmates. So this is the first scripture that came to my mind through the Spirit. This is Sirach 39, Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28. It said, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. Right, so there are certain spirits that Yahweh Shai created, pursuing a Proverbs 16 and 4. He created the wicked for the day of evil. There's certain spirits that the Lord created, evil spirits, wicked spirits, that is just made for vengeance, which the word vengeance, when you break it down, pretty much means payback or recompense. So there's certain spirits that the Lord created upon the planet Earth. And we're not only talking about spirits of men, because it's gonna break it down, but you could say that's one aspect of it too, a murderous type of spirit, a rapist type of spirit, or so-called rapist, a thieving type of spirit. These are all spirits of vengeance. All right, because these things don't happen onto the righteous. These things happen onto the wicked. All right, so if these inmates get released, it's going to be all out hell upon the society, man. There's a lot of people that's going to start getting put to death more oftenly, because that's already happening. The crime rate, so to speak, and all of that, and the violence out here is already pretty much at an all-time high. I don't have the actual statistics that Esau likes to, get the numbers and the percentages, but we're in a time now that, the scriptures say that because of iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, roughly paraphrasing.
All right, now over to New York, where lawmakers there are pushing to close Rikers Island. It's a jail complex that is notorious for violence and dysfunction. The full city council vote will happen today on this controversial proposal to close it and replace it with smaller borough-based jails. RT's Trinity Chavez is joining us live out in New York with the full story here. Trinity?
The New York City Council is one step closer to replacing Rikers Island with smaller borough-based jails. Yesterday, a subcommittee voted to shut down the 8-jail complex, and today the plan goes to the full City Council. This has been an extremely controversial plan, and it's been in the works for years. But today is the day the decision will finally be made to close Rikers. Now, the council is expected to approve the nearly $9 billion plan that would close the complex by 2026. Supporters of the proposal say that the smaller facilities will be safer, more humane, and easier to manage. But many are opposed to the plan. New Yorkers argue that the new jails could hurt the quality of life in some neighborhoods, and others worry that there won't be enough space to house inmates if the city's crime rate goes back up after decades of falling numbers, especially since the new plan calls for only 4 smaller jails that would house fewer inmates. We spoke to some locals here in the city, and here's what they had to say.
I think it's going to cause more conflict with the people where they're going to put the new prisons, and it's not fair to the communities.
I don't agree with it. I think that they should keep it open, and they don't need to move those prisoners and build new prisons in neighborhoods, because that's going to bring down the housing value.
I have mixed thoughts on that, but I do think that they should close it from all the horror stories I've been hearing. I know there has to be jails. I know there has to be a place for criminals to go. If there are neighborhoods with children, I'm highly against it because I have a child myself. The neighborhoods need to be safe.
It might be a good idea, it might be a bad idea, depending on any plans to take care of the inmates that are currently there, and also the security issues that might pose. We have to also think about whether prisons are the solution to the problems. You know, there are mental health issues, jobless, homelessness, and all that stuff.
Now, Rikers Island has been a constant source of controversy here in New York City since it has long been plagued with violence, brutal conditions, and is considered to be one of the most dangerous jails in the country. The city's goal with this initiative is to end mass incarceration, which mainly impacts people of color. But the city's Correctional Officers Union says that the proposal is a mistake and actually wants Rikers to stay open and for the city to fix the problems there now, and says that the move to close Rikers is simply a tactic to take the public's attention away from what's really going on. Correctional unions also have slammed a 148-page recommendation report that calls for cutting the jail's population almost in half before moving inmates to smaller jails. Lawmakers say that by doing so, it would let the city cut the number of correctional officers and other uniformed personnel in the department by 66%. Reporting in New York, Trinity Chavez, RT.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.